Rice Cakes Jr., Rich Bright.
All right, looking for all my truck drivers to come on out and marshal. This is heat number 1.
Joe Wilson. Jeff Nyes. Adam Devlin.
All right, we got everybody checked in. Got the live stream going. Good evening to everybody out there watching. All right, these are going to be 6-minute races here because it's a Wednesday. All right, everyone, keep the wheels moving. We're going to go live loop. All right, next time you cross the start-finish line, your 6-minute clock will begin. Oh, careful on the back straight. Go wide, go wide, go wide. That's clear. 15 seconds in. All right, we got Joe going 17-0, Roderick 17-6. Rich going 17-6 as well. All right, Chloe 17-1, Ben 17-7, Jeff 18-2. So, looks like your fastest opening lap going to Joe Wilson. We got 55 seconds down, drivers. All right, now it's Joe Wilson out front, 3 laps in the book. Careful on the left side, left side. That is clear. Got a minute 10 down, 4:50 to go, drivers. Right now, it's Joe out front on a 21-lap pace. We got Roderick on 21, Jeff at 21, Rich on a 20, Chloe at 19, Ben on an 18. A minute 30 down, 4:30 left. Careful on the back straight. Go wide on the back straight. All right, we got 155 down, 4:05 to go, drivers. All right, got to politely ask everyone, please stand upright on the driver's stand. We got 2:05 down, 3:55 to go. It's going to be Roderick McLeod making his way to the top spot here. He's driving the yellow and red car, ketchup and mustard. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front. Careful up front. Yeah, 2:30 down, 3:30 to go, drivers. All right, now it's Jeff, Roderick, Joe, Chloe, Rich, Ben, and Adam. Yeah, 2:40 down, 3:20 to go, drivers. Ooh, we got Jeff setting new fast lap of 16.3. We got Roderick right there with him, 16.5. Careful on the left, guys. Careful on the left. All right, 3:05 down, 2:55 to go. Jeff, 21:05. Roderick, 21:06. Joe, a 2011. Ben, a 2017. Chloe, a 2018. Rich going 19:04. Adam on Nate. We got 3:25 down, drivers. 2:35 to go. Roderick going 15.9 that time by. This is the return to racing for Roderick here. First time we've seen him in a little while, welcoming him back. Same with Ben. We haven't seen Ben for a minute, so I'd like to welcome those two back. Also welcoming some of our newer racers too. We got 4 minutes down, drivers. 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes left.
Careful on the back straight. That's clear now. Yeah, a minute 50 to go, drivers. 150 remaining. Jeff right now 2 seconds ahead of Roderick. Roderick 14 up on Joe. Joe 2.5 ahead of Chloe. Well, Joe now 5 ahead of Ben. Ben 0.2 ahead of Rich. Rich 1 ahead of Chloe. And Chloe lap up on Adam. Got a minute 25 to go, drivers. Oh, careful at the end of the straight, drivers. Careful, end of the straight. Go wide, go wide. All right, guys, 1 minute remains.
1 minute left.
Right now, Jeff 21:11 got Roderick 21:14, Joe 2012, Ben 2016, Rich 19:01, Chloe 19:05. We got 45 seconds remaining. Careful in the middle, careful in the middle. Keep it tight, keep it tight. All right, that is clear. "25 seconds to go. Careful up front, careful up front, careful up front, drivers. That is clear. We're getting down to the end, but don't stop yet. Keep going, drivers. Keep going, everybody. The computer will let you know when you're done.
Rich Bright done.
Keep going, drivers.
Joe
Keep
Wilson
going.
done. Roderick McLeod done. Jeff Nyes done. Ben St. John done. Rice Cakes Jr. done.
All right, one more car, one more car. All right, and that
All
will be a
drivers are
race.
finished.
It's going to be Jeff, Roderick,
Adam,
Joe,
Devlin
Ben,
done.
Chloe, Rich, and Adam, your finishing order. Hey, if one of you guys can check in with Adam, check his front tires. I think he might need a little help on his sidewalls. All right, folks, it is time for race number 2.
Joe Colicchio.
This one's going to be
Anthony
Tim,
Zaglowski.
Shannon, Julius, Jeremy, Anthony, Kane, and Joe.
Tim Tunnerman.
All right, who's driving the red buggy? Jeremy. Awesome.
Jeremy Harrington. Julius Petrie. Kane Harrington. Shannon Petrie.
Okay, I think I got everybody. For some of you guys, it gives me this nice little dialogue at the bottom of the screen where it says where you've raced before and what your name is. So I went by that. I hope everything's correct. If not, we'll get it changed up. We'll fix it. All right, looks like I got my marshals out here. Yep. Hey, Ben. So that gentleman to your left, Adam, if you can tell him about the sidewall gluing tricks, take a look at his sidewalls. I think his sidewalls might need a little help. But yeah, when you guys get back to the pits, help him out for a few. If you need to borrow the cup and stuff, it's in my office. All right, folks, we're going to get this race going. It's going to be a live loop start, so if you guys want to do an extra lap, go ahead. All right, we're going racing, folks. So your time begins when you cross the start-finish line at the beginning of the straightaway. All right, got a few more cars to cross. And your fastest opening lap goes to Tim out of 16.3. But Anthony responds lap 2 of 15.9, throwing it down. Tim responds at 16.0. Way to go. 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. 2 laps in the books for most of my competitors here. Right now it's Tim, Jeremy, Kane, Anthony, Joe, Shannon, and Julius. Got 1 minute down, drivers. 5 minutes to go. Oh, Tim backing up that 16.0 with another 16.0. We got Jeremy going a 15.9. Anthony going 15.8. Joe 16.5. Tim now 15.9. Minute 20 down. 4:40 remains. Right now it's Tim, Jeremy, Anthony, Joe, Kane, Shannon, and Julius. Oh, Tunnerman going 15.6 that time by. All right, folks, so that yellow-blue car is your leader. When he comes up on you, just give him a little room. All right, we got $150 down, 4:10 to go, drivers. Tim, Jeremy, Anthony, Kane, Joe, Shannon, Julius, your full order. Tunnerman on a 23.08 for pace. Jeremy on a 22.03. Anthony on 22.16. Joe 21.08. Kane 21.08. Got Shannon 20.05. Julius 19.10. Tim Tunnerman that time by going 15.2. Yeah, Tim visiting us from, I believe, the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, 2:25 down, 3:35 left. So yellow and blue cars, your leader. Careful, back straight, go wide. That is clear. 2:40 down, 3:20 to go. So Tim 23.11 for pace. Got Anthony 22.15. Joe a 21.01. Jeremy 21.01 as well. Kane going 21.09. Shannon a 20.08. And Julius a 19.16. We're coming up on the halfway mark. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Tim now 11 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 0.4 ahead of Joe. Joe 2.3 ahead of Kane. Got Kane 0.6 ahead of Jeremy. Jeremy 9 seconds up on Shannon. Shannon a lap up on Julius. 2:45 remains, drivers. Got Kane with a new fast lap there, 15.6. All right, 3:30 down, 2:30 to go. Tim, Anthony, Kane, Joe, Jeremy, Shannon, and Julius, your full order. Yeah, 2:15 remaining, drivers. Careful on the straight. That's getting cleared up. 4 minutes in. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
Tim on at 23-12. Anthony 22-14. Kane 22-16. Joe also 22-16. Got Jeremy 21-08. Shannon 20-02. Julius 17-02. Got a minute 45 remaining, drivers. We got Joe Colicchio now taking over the 2 spot. Careful, back straight, back straight. That is clear. All right, so Tunnerman approaching traffic again. So that yellow and blue car is your leader. Just give him a little space when he comes up. Minute 20 to go, drivers. All right, minute 10 remaining. Tim, Anthony, Joe, Kane, Jeremy, Shannon, and Julius. Your full order.
1 minute left.
55 seconds remain. Tim 15 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 5 ahead of Jeremy. Jeremy 1.3 ahead of Joe. Joe 0.5 ahead of Kane. Kane 8.4 ahead of Shannon. Shannon a lap up on Julius. Yeah, 40 seconds left, drivers. 35 seconds remain. Closest battle going to be 3, 4, and 5. That's Jeremy, Kane, and Joe. 25 seconds to go. $15 seconds left. Anthony just setting his best lap of 15.7. Got Joe going 16.2. 5 seconds to go, drivers. Anthony going 15.6.
Shannon Petrie done. Kane Harrington done. Julius Petrie done. Anthony Zachiglowski done.
2 more cars.
Joe Colicchio done.
Oh, Tim going
Tunnerman
14.8
done.
on the final lap there.
All drivers are finished.
And that will be a race, guys.
Jeremy
Tim Tunnerman going
Harrington
23.09. Got Anthony 22.11. Jeremy 21.02. Joe at 21.03. Kane at 21.03. Shannon at 20.05. Julius 17.03. All right, folks, up next is going to be race 3. That is going to be Ryan, Andrew, Steve, Lucas, Sean, and John.
Lucas Zachiglowski. Steve Lu. Loctite Milio. Ryan R. Randall. Sean Catucci.
All right, let's get all of our turn marshals out here, please. All my drivers from the previous group. May need a little help on that left side. Need one more on that unoccupied orange dot. Okay, everybody's checked in. Got marshals out here. All right. We'll keep the wheels moving, guys. We're going to go racing in just a moment. All right, opening laps coming in. The fastest of the opening laps is going to be a 15-2 from Steve. 35 seconds down. This is heat number 3. Got 6 heats per round on this Wednesday. All right, Steve, Sean, Lucas. Steve, Lucas, Sean, Andrew, John, and Ryan, your running order so far. 55 seconds down, 5:05 to go. All right, Lucas now to the top spot. 24:11 is his pace. Got Sean 24:14, Steve at 23:01, John 23:07, Ryan 23:16, and Andrew 21:04. Got a minute 25 down, 4:35 to go. Lucas, Sean, Steve, John, Ryan, Andrew. Order so far. So, if you guys haven't heard, doing a track change after racing tonight. If you want to stick around and help, should only take about 15 minutes. And after that, we get to test it out. We get to do some laps. You can be among the first to drive on the new track tonight. Track change after racing. 155 down, 4:05 to go. Also got on-road coming up this weekend. Also got Drift Day coming up this Saturday. Got a lot of excitement coming our way this weekend. Drifting on Saturday, on-road on Sunday. 2:15 down, 3:45 left. All right, Lucas, Sean, John, Steve, Ryan, Andrew, your full running order. Yeah, Lucas 24:12, Sean at 24:14, John at 23:08, Steve at 23:14, Ryan 23:16, and Andrew 22:06. Our fastest lap here, Lucas going to 15:2, Sean at 15:3, got Steve 15:2, John 15:4, Ryan 15:2, Andrew 15:6. All right, drivers, we are approaching 3 minutes down and 3 minutes to go. All right, Steve Leung, new fast lap, 15:0. Way to go. 3:15 down, 2:45 remaining drivers, just past halfway. Lucas currently 1.8 ahead of Sean, Sean 4 ahead of John, John 1.1 ahead of Steve, Steve 3.6 ahead of Ryan, Ryan 4.8 ahead of Andrew. $2.25 remaining drivers. Lucas, Sean, John, Steve, Ryan, Andrew. Your full running ODA. We're approaching 2 minutes to go, drivers. We are now 4 minutes in.
2 minutes left.
So Lucas on 24:10, Sean 24:14, Steve at 23:05, John at 23:11, Ryan at 23:13, and Andrew at 22:11. Yeah, 1:45 to go, drivers. Got 2 more heats of buggy after this. And a heated truck. All right, 90 seconds to go. Lucas, Sean, Steve, John, Ryan, Andrew, your full running order. That's Steve resetting fast time out of 14:09. Minute 10 remaining, 70 seconds to go. All right, 5 in.
1 minute left.
We got Lucas 24:11, Steve 23:02, Sean on a 23:07, John 23:11, Ryan 23:14, and Andrew at 22:07. Lucas just hit his best lap here, 14:9. 35 seconds remain, drivers. Make the most of it. 25 seconds left. Fifteen seconds.
Steve Lung done. Lucas Sichiglowski done.
All right. 2 cars done.
Sean Katucci done.
Make that 4.
Loctite Milio
5.
done.
And 1 more.
Andrew Newell done.
I'll be a race, guys.
All drivers
Lucas
are
going to
Ryan
24:10.
Randall done.
That's Steve 23 flat, Sean at 23:05, John at 23:09, Ryan 23:11, and Andrew at 22:02. All right, folks, put those buggies away. Come on out to Turn Marshall. Up next, race number 4. I'll be Jordan, Nelson, Brian, Art, Pat, and Andrew.
Rice Cakes Supreme. Nelson B. Let's go Art. Patrick Brill. Jordan Rivera. Andrew Montez.
All right, I may need some turn marshals out here. All my drivers from that last group. All right, I got Sean, I got John, I got Andrew, I got Ryan, I got Lucas. Oh, I got Steve out there somewhere. Awesome. All right, folks, we're going racing. All right, 15 seconds in, 5:45 to go. All right, fastest opening lap goes to Brian Gross out of 15:1. Got Jordan 15:4, Andrew 15:6. BG going 15:0. Jordan going 14:9. Andrew 15:5, Art at 15:5. Nelson is 16:1. And Pat is 16:0. 45 seconds down. Jordan 14:8 that time by. That's going to be the silver, white, and pink ride. Ooh, we got Jordan going 14:5, BG going 14:7. Times are dropping. That's how you know it's time to change the track, when everyone starts getting those lap times down. Yeah, keep you guys on your toes. So we're doing a new track tonight. Got Jordan out front, 25:12 at the moment. He is 1.1 ahead of BG. BG at 24:02. Andrew 23 flat. Art 23:06. Nelson 23:11. Pat 23:13. All right, we got minute 59 down. 4 minutes remain now. All right, 2:15 in, 3:45 remains. Yeah, 2:25 down, 3:35 remaining. Right now it's Jordan 24 flat, Brian 24:04, Art 23:06, Nelson 23:06, Andrew 23:08. Currently Jordan 1.6 ahead of Brian, Brian 7.2 ahead of Nelson, Nelson 0.5 ahead of Art, Art 0.3 ahead of Andrew. All right, Jordan 14.4 that time by. New fast lap. He's now 5 seconds ahead of BG. BG 5.8 up on Nelson. Nelson 0.8 ahead of Art. Art 0.7 ahead of Andrew. Yeah, 2:40 to go, drivers. All right, 2:25 to go. Jordan, Brian, Nelson, Andrew, Art, and Pat, your full running order. All right, drivers, we are coming up on 4 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Oh, Jordan now 6.2 ahead of Brian. Brian 6 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2 ahead of Andrew. Andrew 0.2 ahead of Art. Jordan's back to a 25 lap pace, 25:14. Got Brian at 24:08. Nelson 23:02. Andrew 23:05. Art 23:07. All right, 1:20 remaining. All right, drivers, we got 5 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Jordan 25:14, Brian 24:08, Nelson 23:03, Andrew 23:04, Art 23:09. All right, 35 seconds left. Twenty seconds remain, drivers. Ten seconds to go.
Nelson B done.
Keep going till you
Rice
hear the
Cake
computer.
Supreme done. Jordan Rivera done. Let's go Art done.
All right, that'll be a
Andrew
race,
Montez
guys.
done.
Jordan going
All drivers are finished.
24:04. Brian
Patrick Brill done.
24:09. Nelson 23:03. Andrew 23:09. Art 23:09 as well. Pat getting 14 in the books. A mid-race pit stop. All right, folks. Up next is race number 5. Our final heat of buggy for round number 1. Yeah, truck up
Barry
next.
Soppet. George Lynn. El Tigre. Kevin Allen. Omar Manan Salsa. Goompa.
All right, so we got marshals making their way to spots. We got everybody checked in here. This is our final heat of buggy for round one. We're going racing. All right, we got George going 14.5. Bryant to 14.2. Kevin at 15.6. Tony also at 15.6. We're 30 seconds in, drivers. All right, so we're 50 seconds in. Right now it's Bryant's out front on a 25.01. Got Georgia 25.05, Kevin 24.14, Barry 23.05, Tony 23.06, and Omar 23.09. Got minute 10 down, 4:50 to go. Bryant right now 0.6 ahead of George. George 3.6 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.3 ahead of Barry now. Barry 1.8 ahead of Omar. Omar 0.8 ahead of Tony. Yeah, 1:30 down, 4:30 to go, drivers. All right, a minute 45 down, 4:15 to go. Bryant, George, Barry, your top three, followed by Kevin, Omar, Tony. Yeah, 2 minutes down, drivers. 4 minutes remain. So Bryant now 2.5 ahead of George. George 4.8 ahead of Barry. Barry 0.4 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 3 ahead of Omar. Omar 4 ahead of Tony. Yeah, 3:35 to go, drivers. Bryant 25.01. George 25.07. Kevin 24.07. Barry 24.08. Omar 23.04. Tony 23.11. All right, drivers, we are now 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Bryant 3.1 ahead of George. George 6.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.3. Oh, now Barry 0.04 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 5 ahead of Omar. Omar 3.3 ahead of Tony. 2:45 remains. Okay, we got 3:35 down, 2:25 to go. Bryant continuing the lead, 25.02. Yeah, George 25.08, Barry 24.05, Kevin 24.07, Omar 23.01, Tony 23.07.
Two minutes left.
All right, a minute 55 remaining. O'Brien now 4 seconds ahead of George. George 7.4 up on Barry. Barry 3.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 5.4 ahead of Omar. Omar 3.1 ahead of Tony. Brian 25.01 now the pace. George 25.07. Barry 24.07. Kevin 24.09. Omar 23.02. Tony 23.05. Careful on the back straight. Back straight. Go wide, wide, wide. That is clear. Just over a minute, drivers.
1 minute left.
.45 seconds remain. .30 seconds to go. What's this battle out here? Going to be Barry and Omar, 1 second apart. .15 seconds left, drivers.
Goompa done. George Lynn done. LT Gray done. Kevin Allen done. Barry Soppet done.
One more.
All
That'll be a
drivers
race,
are
guys.
finished. Omar
Brian
Menez
going
also done.
25.01, George 25.09, Kevin 24.09, Barry 24.13, Omar 24.15, and Tony 23.05. Yeah, look at all those 24-lap runs. Again, that's why I got to change the track tonight. Got to keep you guys interested. Got to keep you guys challenged. All right, this is truck. Art, Brian, Pat, Nelson, and Jordan.
Patrick Brill. Jordan Rivera. Nelson B. Let's
All
go,
right,
Art.
this is our truck category.
David Newell.
Careful on the back straight.
Rice Cakes Supreme.
That is clear. All right, looks like I have my marshals out here. All my truck guys are checked in. All right, folks, we're going to go racing here. All right, fastest opening lap. Going to be a 15.1 from BG. 15.8 for Jordan, 16.6 for Nelson, 16.8 for Art. We're 40 seconds down. All right, 50 seconds in. BG out front, 24-10 in the works. Art 22.05, Jordan 22.05. Got Dave at 21.04, Nelson 21.09, and Pat 21.09 as well. All right, so BG still on top of the leaderboard. These guys make their way by one more time here. BG 1 second ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.8 ahead of Art. Art 1.8 ahead of Pat. Pat 3.3 ahead of Dave. Dave 2.1 ahead of Nelson. Yeah, minute 45 down. 4:15 to go, drivers. Brian, Jordan, Art, Pat, Nelson, Dave. Your full running order. All right, 3:55 remaining. We got BG on a 23.09 for pace. Got Jordan at 23.12. Art 22.05. Pat 22.11. Dave 21.17. Nelson 20.08. Oh, fastest lap of this one. I believe that's going to be BG's 15.1 still. So we got 240 down, 320 to go. Might be a link on the left front. Yeah, 3:10 remaining, drivers. Three minutes down, 3 minutes to go, drivers. Brian 23.06, Jordan 23.11, Art 22.05, Pat 21.06, Dave a 21.17. Yeah, 2:45 to go. All right, well, I guess Tony Wilson's the Schumacher whisperer. He's able to get Nelson's truck operable again. All right, we got 4 minutes down. 2 minutes to go. Last time by, BG going 15-1 again. All right, Brian 23.04, Jordan 23.15, Art 22.05, Pat 21 flat, Dave a 21.16. A minute 30 to go, drivers. Minute 15 remains. All right, just over a minute. BG 6 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 5.7 ahead of Art. Art 7 ahead of Pat.
1 minute left.
You heard the man. A minute to go. BG last time by 14.9. "45 seconds left, drivers. This is the goodbye race on this track layout. I think everyone liked this version of this track. Heard a lot of positive things. It was a good track. The rhythm section variant definitely had some opposing viewpoints. Careful in the middle, guys. "15 seconds left. Straightaway, guys, straightaway. Careful on the straight. That was the race leader. All right, keep going, drivers, till we hear the computer.
David Newell done. Let's Go Art done. Nelson B done. Rice Cakes Supreme done. Jordan Rivera done. All drivers.
All right, that'll be a
finished.
race, guys. BG going
Patrick Brill
23:06, Jordan 23:12, Art 22:04, Pat 22:12, David 20:02, Nelson getting 16 laps in. All right, folks, we're going into round number 2. Round number 2 coming up next. All right, so race 1 is going to be Jeff, Roderick, Joe, Ben, Chloe, Rich, and Adam. Turn marshals will be my truck group.
Jeff Nice. Joe Wilson. Ben St. John. Rice Cakes Jr. Rich Bright. Roderick McLeod.
All right, let's get our truck drivers out here to turn marshal, please. Also, Adam, are you going to join us for round 2? I heard a no.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Got my marshals out here, it appears. So, let's get all cars to the right side of the track. Everybody to the rollers, please. All right, starting order. Gonna be Jeff, Roderick, Joe, Ben, Chloe, and Rich. Come back, Roderick. Come back. All right, folks. We're going with Jeff on the tone. Roderick, Joe, Ben, Chloe, Rich. All right, so fastest opening lap goes to Ben at a 16.9. Got Jeff at 16.9, Baxton up with a 16.5. Got Joe going 16.8. We're 45 seconds in, drivers. All right, 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. So, minute 10 in, we got Jeff Nyes out front, 22:10 for pace. Got Ben 21:03, Joe 21:03, Chloe 21:06, Rich 20 flat, and Roderick 20:10. We're minute 25 in, drivers, 4:35 left. Buck 35 down, 4:25 remaining. All right, Jeff 1.8 ahead of Joe. Joe Okay, Jeff 2.4 ahead of Chloe. Chloe 0.3 ahead of Joe. Joe 3.9 ahead of Roderick. Roderick 1.9 ahead of Ben. Ben 2.5 ahead of Rich. So we got Jeff on a 22:09. Joe 21:01. Chloe also 21:01. Roderick 21:16. Ben 20:04. Rich 20:13. All right, 2:20 down, 3:40 to go, drivers. Jeff, Joe, Chloe, Roderick, Ben, and Rich, your full order here. Got 3:25 remaining. Got 3:15 to go. Jeff currently 1.5 ahead of Joe. Joe 1.4 ahead of Chloe. Chloe 8 seconds up on Roderick. Roderick 1.3 ahead of Ben. Ben 3.5 ahead of Rich. Three minutes down, 3 minutes to go, drivers. $2:45 remains. All right, 2:30 remaining. So we got Joe on 22:14. Jeff at 21:01. Chloe at 21:13. Ben 20:07. Roderick 20:08. And Rich 19:11. Oh, Joe Wilson now 2.1 second lead.
2 minutes left.
4 down, 2 to go, drivers. Minute 50 remaining. Minute 35 remains here. We'll see how it looks as they cross the line here. With a minute 25 left, we got Jeff back to the top spot. He's 4 seconds ahead of Joe. Joe 3.5 ahead of Chloe. Chloe 7 ahead of Roderick. Roderick 3.4 ahead of Ben. And Ben a lap up on Rich. A minute 10 to go, drivers. 70 seconds remaining.
One minute left.
55 seconds to go now. Race leader driving the blue, white, blue. Second place running the yellow, blue, and white, the Aaron Austin paint job. Third place car, the red, white, and black. 30 seconds remain, drivers. $20 seconds to go. Wow, this time by Jeff and Joe just 0.7 of a second apart. Got Joe 3 ahead of Chloe. Chloe 7 ahead of Roderick. Roderick 10 ahead of Ben. Time's about to expire. Keep on going. Keep going.
Roderick McLeod done. Jeff Nyes done. Joe Wilson done. Ben St. John done. Rice Cakes Jr. done.
One more car. And
All
that will be a
drivers are
race,
finished.
drivers. Got Jeff Nyes going
Wright done.
21:07. Joe at 21:08. Chloe at 21:10. Roderick 20:03. Ben 20:11. And Rich 19:15. All right, folks. Up next is going to be another heater buggy, followed by another heater buggy and another heater buggy.
Anthony Zachiglowski. Joe Colicchio. Kane Harrington. Tim Tunnerman. Jeremy Harrington.
Okay, I may need all my drivers from that last group. Put your buggies down. Come on out to turn marshal. Up next, another heater buggy. Hey, Shannon, Julius, you guys want to race? Done for the night or? Okay. Well, I hope you had fun. Cool. All right, let's get our turn marshals out here, please. All right, got my marshals making their way to spots. Oh, man. Okay, so our starting order here. Give me Tim leaving first, Anthony second, Jeremy third, Joe 4, Kane 5. We're going to get this one going with Tim on the tone. Oh, actually, can you guys back up, please? You guys are tripping off the line. If I can get everyone to back up, please. Okay, we're going racing. Tim on the tone. Anthony, Jeremy, Joe, and Kane. Okay, so our fastest opening lap goes to Kane Harrington out of 15.6. Got Jeremy at 16.5, Anthony 16.5, Joe 17.0. On lap 2, let's see, Tim dropping a 16.4, Anthony at 15.7. All right, we're 45 seconds in. All right, we are 1:05 down, 4:55 to go. Tim Tunnerman that time by going 15.3. Anthony holding on to the top spot by 0.3 of a second. Those two find themselves about 9 seconds ahead of Joe. Joe 3.2 ahead of Kane. And Kane 9.6 ahead of Jeremy. Got minute 25 down. Race leader driving the gold car, second place, right behind him. So we're a minute 45 in, 4:15 to go. Careful, turn one. That is clear. Anthony out front, 23.09. He is driving the gold ride. Got Tim in the 2, driving blue and yellow. Got Joe Colicchio driving the blue car, orange stripes. All right, looks like Ken driving the highlighter yellow. And we got Jeremy driving the red ride. Oh, careful back straight, back straight. Be careful on the back straight, right in the middle. And that is clear. We got 225 down, 335 to go. Anthony 2309, Tim 2213, Joe 2107, Kane going 2001, and Jeremy at 1919. Got 240 down, 320 left. All right, so let someone ask you on the live feed, who do I think is going to win this weekend at COTA? I'm definitely going with SVG on this one. Although Connor Zilich, I think he's got a chance too. Connor is pretty good on those road courses. Yeah, SVG or Connor. Either way, yeah, I think Trackhouse is coming away with some good results this weekend. All right, we got 330 down, 230 to go. 220 remaining. Anthony out front, 3.6 ahead of Tim. Tim 8 ahead of Joe. Joe 8.6 ahead of Kane. And Kane 16 up on Jeremy.
Two minutes left.
All right, a minute 45 remaining. Careful in the middle. Middle double. Minute 40 to go. Anthony 23:12 now the pace. Got Tim 22:01, Joe 21:07, Kane 20 flat, Jeremy 20:14. Got a minute 20 to go.
One minute left.
All right, minutes to go, drivers. Anthony 7.3 ahead of Tim. Tim 16 ahead of Joe. Joe 4.8 ahead of Kane. Kane 12 ahead of Jeremy. Careful on the left. That's clear. 40 seconds remaining. $25 seconds left. Anthony 3.1 ahead of Tim. Tim 18 ahead of Joe. Joe 7.3 ahead of Kane. Kane 8.7 ahead of Jeremy. And then into the closing moments here. Oh, and he works himself free. All right, keep going, drivers. Keep going, keep going.
Jeremy Harrington done. Joe Colicchio done. Anthony Zachiglowski done. Tim Tunnerman done. All drivers.
All right, that will be a race, guys.
King
Anthony
Harrington
taking the
done.
W here at 23:15. Tim at 23:15. Got Joe at 21:03. Kane at 21:10. Jeremy 20:02. All right, I'll conclude race number 2. Race number 3 up next. That'll be Lucas, Steve, Sean, John, Ryan, Andrew.
Loctite Milio. Lucas Zachiglowski. Steve Loom. Ryan R. Randall. Sean Catucci. Andrew Newell.
Okay, we got some turn marshals out here. We got everybody checked in. Give you guys another lap if you wish. But if you're ready to race, go ahead and park it in the rollers. Okay, looks like we're parking it in the rollers. Starting order is going to be Lucas 1, Steve 2, Sean 3, John 4, Ryan 5, Andrew 6. And we're going racing with Lucas on the tone. Steve, Sean, John, Ryan, and Andrew. All right, this is heat 3 on the road here. Yeah, I do agree that SVG is the easy pick. So I'll make my pick Connor, to be fair-ish. 40 seconds in. We got Lucas going 15-3 and a 15-2. Steve going 15-2 on lap number 2. Lucas bringing it down to a 15-0. Way to go. 55 seconds in, drivers. Right now, it is Lucas, Steve, John, Ryan, Andrew, and Sean. Careful, left side, left side. Careful, left side, guys. All right, that's clearing up. Got buck 35 down, 4:25 to go. Lucas 24:09, Steve 23:01, Ryan 23:05, John 23:09, Sean 23:10, Andrew 20:11 at the moment. The thing about the predicted pace is if you have a bad lap in the opening 2 minutes, your pace just looks comically bad. All right, 2:15 down, 3:45 to go. All right, 2:40 down, 3:20 to go. Lucas 1.4 ahead of Steve. Careful on the right, careful on the right. Penalty box. All right, that's clearing up. 3:10 remaining. So Lucas on 24:11, got Steve 24:14, Sean at 23:03. Yeah, Ryan 23:08, John 23:15, Andrew 20 flat. All right, folks, just past halfway. 3 down, 3 to go. Something like that. So Lucas 0.3 ahead of Steve. Steve 2.1 ahead of Sean. Sean 3.8 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 3.3 ahead of John. John 15 ahead of Andrew. All right, 3:25 down, 2:35 to go. right, Lucas, Steve. Oh, Steve now to the top spot. Steve 0.2. Oh, now Lucas taking it back. That's how close it is. Just 1/10 of a second. So Lucas 1/10 ahead of Steve. Steve 6/10 ahead of Sean. Sean 7 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 0.7 ahead of John.
2 minutes left.
4 minutes down. 2 minutes to go. All right, Lucas 0.3 ahead of Steve. Steve 0.3 ahead of Sean. That's the battle out front. All three drivers clinging on the 24-lap runs. So Lucas 24-13, Steve 24-14, Sean also 24-14, John 23-14, Ryan 23-15, Andrew 21-17. Careful on the left, careful on the left. That's getting cleared up. Minute 15 to go, drivers.
One minute left.
All right, 55 seconds remain. Lucas 24-14, Steve 24-14, Sean, you guessed it, 24-14. Got John 23-13, Ryan 23-15, and Andrew off the track. 35 seconds remain. Thirty seconds to go. It's time by. Lucas 1.2 ahead of Sean, and Sean 0.2 ahead of Steve. This comes down to those three for the victory in this qualifier. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds remain, drivers. All right, keep going
Ryan
until
R.
you hit
Randall
the
done.
line.
Lucas Sichigloski done. Loctite Milio done. Steve Lung done.
All right, that'll be a race, guys.
All drivers are finished.
Lucas taking that one at a
Sean Katachi
24-12.8. We got Sean 24-14.2, Steve with 24-15.1, John going 23-10, Ryan 22-02, Andrew getting 15 laps in. All right, we got another heat of buggy. Race number 4. Jordan, Brian, Nelson, Andrew, Art, and Pat.
Rice Cakes Supreme.
So, remember a while back we were all talking about the B7.1 and
Nelson
Robert was
B.
saying it's really good. And yeah, Robert came by to visit yesterday. I got to drive his car. It's not bad. It's not bad. It was
Patrick
he had
Brill.
it set up for black carpet, so it was a little bit edgy for our track. Our carpet definitely has a bit more grip than black carpet.
Jordan Rivera.
Yeah, it was a little bit soft for our track. However, it was not bad. I'm kind of... Whoa. Who said that? It just kind of came out, didn't it? Yeah.
Andrew Montes. Let's go, Art.
So, yeah, it was a little under dampened. But yeah, a little under dampened. I feel like the roll centers could be optimized a little more for this course. But yeah, the B7-1, not bad. I need a little bit of help over on the left, please. But it's one of those things I've been kind of... Well, hey, guys, can I get somebody on the left? One more on the left side. I should have Lucas, Sean, Steve, John, Ryan, and Andrew. All right. So starting order here, Jordan, Brian, Nelson, Andrew, Art, and Pat. Going with Jordan on the tone. Brian, Nelson, Andrew, Art, Pat. So yeah, going back to the 7-1, it was very reactive. It was a bit edgy, but that's not a bad thing. I remember when I first got my B7, it handled like a boat, like not like not a speedboat, not a catamaran. It handled like a very heavy, ill-mannered boat. So yeah, seeing the new car being a bit edgy, that's not a bad thing. Edgy can be fast. Take a little bit of that edginess away, and hey, you got yourself a good race car. 45 seconds in, got Jordan putting that low C to a 14.6. Got BG a 14.9. Nelson a 15.8. Art 15.6. Pat 15.8. And Andrew 15.9 so far. A minute 10 down, 4:50 to go. Rabara going 14.3. That's a 14.399. Oh, trouble for Andrew perhaps. Minute 25 in, 4:35 to go. But yeah, I'm still on the fence about, do I actually want to get dead car up front, dead car. And that is clear. I'm still on the fence if I want to personally get a 7-1. I'm thinking about it. But I'm afraid it might be one of those situations, you meet a girl and it's like, I can fix her. My track record on that's not very good. We got 2:15 down, 3:45 to go. Got BG 24.02, Nelson 23.06, Art 23.12, Pat 23.15. All right, 3:25 to go. Brian now 7 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.5 ahead of Art. Art 0.6 ahead of Pat. Oh. A little bit of driving by Braille there. Got 3 minutes down, drivers. 3 minutes to go. $250 remains. BG out front 24.02. Nelson 23.04. Art 22.01. Pat 22.03. You know, 340 down, 220 to go. BG continuing to lead this one. 24.03, 9 seconds up on Nelson. Nelson at 23.03, 10 seconds up on Pat. Pat 22.04, 2.2 ahead of Art. Art 22.08.
2 minutes left.
4 down, 2 to go. Minute 45 remaining. Wait for Nelson to pass and go. Minute 30 to go, drivers. Got minute 15 to go. Brian 24:03 for pace. Nelson 23:02, Pat 22:04, Art 22:04.
1 minute left.
5 minutes down, 1 minute to go. Our closest battle now going to be Pat versus Art. They're just 1/10 of a second apart. $35 seconds to go. BG 24:04, Nelson 23:02. That battle between Art and Pat now 4/10 separating those two cars. 15 seconds left. Five seconds left. Oh, no. And
Rice
on the
Cake
last
Supreme
lap,
done.
tough luck for Nelson.
Let's go Art done. Patrick Brill done.
That's going to be a race, guys. That's going to be a race. So Brian finishes 24:05. Nelson, well, 22 laps and four
All
something.
drivers are finished.
Yeah, Pat going 22 and 6:02. Art going 22 and 6:02 as well. Wow, so Pat beating Art by 0.04.
Very
All right, we got race number 5 coming up now. That is Bryant, George, Kevin, Barry, Omar, and Tony.
George Lynn. El Tigre. Kevin Allen. Omar Manan Salsa. Gumpa.
All right, well, got 6 cars and it looks like 1 turn marshal. What could go wrong? All right, I got Nelson. I got Brian. I got Pat in the corner. Let's see. I'm going to need a little help on the left middle section of the course. Need help on the left side in the middle. Okay, and BG, do I have someone to your right? No? Okay. All right. So, starting order going to be Bryant 1, George 2, Kevin 3, Barry 4, Omar 5, Tony 6. All right, we're going racing. Bryant's on the tone. Up. George, Kevin, Barry, Omar, and Tony. So our fastest opening lap goes to George Lynn out of 14.8. Brian to 15.0, Barry 15.2, Omar 15.3, Kevin 15.5, Tony 15.8. Brian brings it down to a 14.2. All right, 45 down, 5:15 remaining. All right, 5 minutes to go now. Brian going 14-1 that time by. Oh, out of my way. 110 down, 450 remains. Bryant on 2502, George 2503, Barry 2402, Kevin 2405, Omar 22 flat, and Tony at 2204. All right, minute 40 down. Got Bryant 0.1 ahead of George right now. George is 3.7 ahead of Barry. Barry 0.8 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 6.7 ahead of Omar. Omar 1.4 ahead of Tony. 2 minutes down. Drivers, 4 minutes to go. $2.15 down, $3.45 to go. $2.25 in, $3.35 remaining. Bryant 0.2 ahead of George. Now 1.9 ahead of George. George 3.7 up on Barry. Barry 4.2 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 3.8 ahead of Omar. Omar 2.8 ahead of Tony. Got 3:15 to go here. Bryant's pace currently at 25:01. George 25:05. Barry 24:01. Kevin 24:12. Omar 23:05. Tony 23:11. So we got 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Bryant on the verge of a 26-lap run. Pace right now is 25 flat, 0.7. Oh, there it goes. 3:20 down, drivers, 2:40 to go. So Bryant now 25:03, George 24 flat, Barry 24:01, Kevin 24:13, Omar 23:04. And Tony, did you stop or miss a lap? Okay, I got you. Okay, we are now 4 minutes in.
2 minutes left.
Bryant 25:04, George 25:14, Barry 24 flat. Kevin going 24:12, Omar 23:03, and Tony 23:09. So this is our final buggy qualifier on this particular version of this track layout. We are going the opposite direction for Friday. After racing tonight, we'll flip everything around, go opposite direction for a couple weeks, and then I'll plan something up. I think we're now going 2-week track cycles. We'll do a minor change every couple weeks, and then probably a major change every month or two. Like whole track change every month or two. Yeah, minute 10 to go. Oh, Bryant now 4.8 ahead of George.
Left.
George 6.5 ahead of Barry. Barry 4.8 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 7.9 ahead of Omar. Omar 3.8 ahead of Tony. 50 seconds remain, drivers. $35 seconds left. $20 seconds remain. Oh, looking at the track, I'm starting to plan ahead already. I might know what we're going to do in 2 weeks. There'll be a change on the left side, most likely.
Goompa done. Barry Soppet
It
done.
would just be a pipe change. There's no jumps over there,
Kevin Allen
so.
done. George Lynn done.
All right, that'll
All
be
drivers
a
are
race,
finished.
guys. Bryant Mirafuente goes
LT Gray done.
25:06.
Omar
George
Menez also
25:11.
done.
Barry 24:03. Kevin 24:10. Tony 23:07. Omar 23:08. Okay, we got truck coming up next.
David Newell. Patrick Brill. Rice Cakes Supreme. Jordan Rivera.
All right, so got most of my trucks out here. I'm going to need most of my marshals out here as well.
Let's go, Art.
I'm going to need a little help. I'm going to need a little help, please. Get all my drivers from that last one to the track, please. Or if you have a kid or a parent you can send out here, that works too. See, that's actually Omar's father. Looks just like him. All right, folks. Gibby Brian 1, Jordan 2, Art 3, Pat 4, Dave 5. We're going with Brian on the tone. Jordan, Art, Pat, and Dave. This is our truck class on track. Truck on track. All right, BG of 15.4, Jordan 15.7, Pat 16.2, Art 16.6, Dave a 17.1. Careful, back straight, right in the middle. That is clear. So, BG a little bit of a rough lap on number 2. That's going to put Jordan up to the top spot. 15.3 from Jordan that time around. Backs it up a 15.5. BG a 15.5 as well. One minute down, 5 minutes to go. Jordan, Brian, Art, Dave, and Pat, your full running order. Got a minute 10 down, 4:50 to go. Got BG and Jordan 2/10 apart. Brian 3.5 ahead of Art. Art 3.9 ahead of Pat. Pat 1.5 ahead of Dave. Got a minute 40 down. Careful back straight, go inside. That is clear. BG, a little rough luck there. 4:15 to go. All right, drivers, we're coming up on 2 minutes down, 4 minutes left. Jordan 5 ahead of Brian. Brian 1.8 ahead of Art. Art 1.7 ahead of Pat. Pat 10 ahead of Dave. Got 3:40 to go, drivers. Jordan's pace right now, 23:03. Brian 22:01. Art 22:08. Pat 22:11. And Dave with 20:06. Careful in the middle, careful in the middle.
Watch your back.
Yeah, 3:15 to go. Jordan Ribara out front, 23:05 now the pace. BG 23:12. Art 22:07. Pat 22:11. And we got Dave on a 19. 2:50 to go. So, haven't seen Dave on track a whole lot recently. He doesn't have the same track time as competitors do. I heard he was in Italy rooting on Team Canada for the Olympics. Yeah, 2:20 to go, drivers. We're not going to talk about the hockey team. 2:10 remaining. All right, we got just over 2 to go.
2 minutes left.
Minute 45 remains. Closest battle out there going to be Art and Pat. They're about 2 seconds apart. Jordan currently 4.7 ahead of Brian. Brian 8.6 ahead of Art. Art 2.1 ahead of Pat. Pat will lap up on Dave. Keep going, Dave. Keep going. Just taking a quick breather here. Getting those radio settings adjusted. 75 seconds to go.
One minute left.
Man, I'm so old. My first radio had a bunch of knobs on it. 45 seconds to go, drivers. Got Jordan 5.9 ahead of Brian. Brian 12 ahead of Art. Art 1.5 ahead of Pat. 30 seconds to go, drivers. Ten seconds remain. Go ahead. All right, keep going, drivers. Keep going.
Jordan Ribera done. Rice Cakes Supreme done. Let's Go Art done. Patrick Brill done.
And
All
that will
drivers
be a
are
race, drivers. Jordan
David
taking the
Will
victory
done.
here, 23:01. BG 23:06. Art 22:04. Pat 22:08. And Dave getting 19 in. Okay, folks, I'm going to set up the main events here. Come back at you in just a minute. Ow. Ow. I'm kind of figuring that out right now. Hey, we do bump ups though. Yeah. It's true. All right, folks. So I think I got it figured out. All right. Our D group tonight can be Joe, Chloe, Roderick, Shannon, Ben, Rich, Julius, Adam. Our C group can be Ryan, Anthony, Andrew, Pat, Jeremy, Joe, Kane, and Jeff. Our B group going to be Steve, Omar, Nelson, Tony, John, Andrew, Tim, and Art. And our A group going to be Bryant, George, Barry, Jordan, Brian, Kevin, Lucas, and Sean. We're going to take one bump up from each lower main, so it'll be a total of 9 in each main. And we're going to get started as soon as possible here. Hey, Sean, you did make the A main. All right, so our first main up, our D group, going to be Joe, Chloe, Roderick, Shannon, Ben, Rich, Julius, Adam.
Ben St. John. Roderick McLeod.
All right, got a couple of our guys out here already. Hope you guys are ready to race.
Rich Bright.
All right, folks, if you are in race 1, we'll get you on the driver's stand. If you're not in race 1, I will have to ask you to leave. Well, leave the driver's stand. You don't have to leave here. You still have a race ahead of you.
Adam Devlin.
All right, we'll take one bump up from each lower main.
Rice Cakes Jr.
Okay, I think I got everybody checked in who's going to make it. I believe Team Petrie had to go home early. Joe, actually. I see Joe up there, though, so we got him. All right, I am going to need turn marshals. I'm looking for turn marshals. I'm looking for truck. Truck. I'm looking for truck.
Joe Wilson.
All right. Got some of my marshals out here looking for the rest of my truck drivers. All right, turn marshals. I got BG out here. I got a couple volunteers out here. I got Pat out here. Looking for my truck group. Yes, right now. You know, if all these people here, it'd probably take like 5 minutes. Yeah, all we have to do is reverse some jumps and we're good. Got 2 jumps to reverse, 2 drop-offs, and the rollers, and we got ourselves a new track. So yeah, that'll be happening tonight after racing. If you stay and help, you can be amongst the first group to run on that new track. All right, let's line them up, everybody. Get everybody to the back straight. It is going to be Joe on top of the grid. Joe on the number 1, Chloe on the number 2, Roderick on the number 3. We'll go Ben 4, Rich 5, Adam 6. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Grid is set. Drivers ready. We're going racing in less than 5. Here we go. Oh. A little bit of a mix-up in the opening lap. That does happen sometimes. Got Roderick out front. Oh, Roderick in the lead. Got Joe 2, followed by Chloe. Then we got Ben, followed by Rich and Adam. All right, folks, we're 40 seconds in. This is our first main event of the night. Our D group of buggy. So if we did the Friday night thing where we separated all the classes, I would say this would be a pretty good group of sportsman buggy. We got Roderick out front. He is about 5.5 seconds up on Chloe, who is 1.7 ahead of Ben. Got Ben 0.9 ahead of Joe. Joe 12 ahead of Rich. Rich a lap up on Adam. Oh, careful up front, guys. Careful up front. A minute 30 down, 4:30 left. Roderick out front, driving the yellow car, red stripe. Oh, a little trouble in the middle there. All right, that is clear. Buck 45 down, 4:15 to go. Right now we got Roderick 5.8 ahead of Chloe. Chloe 4.3 ahead of Joe. Joe 4.3 ahead of Ben. Ben 16 ahead of Rich. Rich a lap up on Adam. We got 210 down, 350 to go, drivers. All right, 225 down, 335 to go. So this is Wednesday night racing. We got racing on Friday as well. That starts at 7. And this is our Wednesday night program's a little unique. It's, you know, everyone racing everybody. On Friday night, we will have individual categories such as sportsman, intermediate, expert, rookie, stadium truck, 4-wheel buggy, 2-wheel mod. And we got all sorts of categories on Friday nights. Oh, careful on the back straight. Careful on the back straight. All right, now it's a battle here between Gross and McLeod. As the black and red buggy battling the yellow and red buggy. You got 310 down, 250 to go, drivers. All right, battle continues down the back straight into the left side of the racetrack. Leader driving the red, white, and black. Second place, the yellow and red. 330 down, 230 to go, drivers. You're past halfway. Right now it's Gross advantage 1.2. McLeod sends it for a tumble, but lands on all 4 wheels. Like a yellow and red cat. Yeah, 210 to go, drivers. All right, Gross now half a second up on McLeod. McLeod 9 up on St. John. St. John 5.4 ahead of Wilson.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes to go. All right, leaders down the back straight. Gap now 1.4 between those drivers. Minute 40 remains. All right, Chloe 1.1 ahead of Roderick. A little trouble for your race leader. That's going to put Roderick to the point. Minute 20 to go. So this time by got Roderick clocking in 1.9 ahead of Chloe. That's still the battle to watch right now. Yellow and red versus the red and black. Just over 1 minute to go, drivers. 5 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Roderick now 2 seconds up on Chloe. Chloe 9 seconds up on Ben. Ben 11 ahead of Joe. Joe 18 ahead of Rich. Got 45 seconds left, drivers. All right, 35 seconds remain. Careful. Oh, okay, that is clear. 25 seconds remaining. $15 seconds left. All right, leaders coming through traffic here. That is the yellow and red. And we're getting close to the end here. Time is about to expire.
Rich Bright done. Roderick McLeod done. Ben St. John done.
All right, a couple more cars still alive.
Joe Wilson done. Rice Cakes Jr. done.
And
All
that
drivers
will
are
be a race,
finished.
drivers. So
And
Roderick
Devlin
makes it
done.
on to the C group. Podium for this one going to be Chloe, Ben, and Joe. Chloe, Ben, Joe, grab your buggies, head to the podium. Up next is our C group. All right, C group tonight going to be Ryan, Anthony, Andrew, Pat, Jeremy, Joe, Kane, Jeff, and Roderick.
Ryan R. Randall. Anthony Zachiglowski.
All right, Art has the podium
Joe
stick.
Colicchio.
I don't know if we're actually calling it that. Just kind of came out.
Jeremy Harrington. Kane Harrington. Patrick Brill.
Jordan, you just doing a couple of test laps? Okay. I was to say, you aren't in this one. All good. All right, looking for a few more cars
Jeff
to get
Nuts.
checked in here. I'm looking for, okay, there's one of them.
Andrew Newell. Roderick McLeod.
Okay, got some of my turn marshals out here. Let's get all of our turn marshals, please. We're wrapping up the podium procedures. All right, let's see. I might need a little help on the right side of the racetrack. Need a little help on the right. Cool. Maybe one more to the right and we'll be good. Just one more to the ice cream machine. I believe I should have Chloe, Ben, Joe, Rich, Adam. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 out there? 5? Okay, cool. All right, so grid's going to be Ryan 1, Anthony 2, Andrew 3, Pat 4, Jeremy 5, Joe 6, Kane 7, Jeff 8, Roderick 9. All right, grid is set. Almost. Driver's ready. We're going racing. Less than 5. Here we go. Oh, got one down the middle here. Got Ryan out front. Depending on what season it is, it's either Ryan R. Randall or R. Ryan Randall. He is out front in the hunt for that B main spot. So we got Ryan 3.2 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 0.4 ahead of Jeremy. And that just changed. We got Jeremy up to the 2. Joe taking over the 3 spot. Behind him, it's a hornet's nest. Oh boy. Unmistakable sound of Lexan. We're 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. Race leader Ryan Randall out front, driving the pink, white with the blue trim. Second place battle down the back straight. That's Jeremy versus Joe. They're about 2 seconds ahead of the next battle. That's Pat and Anthony. Pat and Anthony about 2.5 ahead of Roderick. Roderick's 1.4 ahead of Kane. Kane 1.3 ahead of Jeff. We got minute 25 down, 4:35 to go. All right, a $140 in. Ryan Randall, 7 seconds up on the field right now. Ryan looking to prove that he did not belong in the C group tonight. Oh, Anthony getting a 2-for-1 special on that lap. Threading the needle not once, but twice. So we got 205 down, 3:55 to go. Ryan, 8 seconds up on Anthony. Anthony is 0.6 ahead of Pat. Careful, end of the straight, end of the straight. Careful at the end of the straight, drivers. Careful at the end of the straight. That was definitely a double yellow. Yeah, 225 down, 335 to go. Ryan now 3.5 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 2.8 ahead of Jeremy. Jeremy 1 ahead of Joe. Joe 0.4 ahead of Andrew. Yeah, 3:15 remaining. Careful in the middle. Ryan making his way through the switchbacks over the front double, up the ladder, down the ladder, and around the rollers. Yeah, 3 minutes down and 3 minutes to go, drivers. Oh, Ryan going 15.3 that last lap. Ryan Randall driving the pink and white with the blue trim. He's leading the way here. Jeremy holding down, Anthony holding down the 2 spot, driving the gold ride. Jeremy in the 3, driving the red car. Yeah, 2:35 to go, drivers. Ryan 3.5 ahead of Anthony. Anthony is 3.4 ahead of Jeremy. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front. That is the race leader on his lid. And that's going to put Anthony to the top spot. So run, Anthony, run. And if you guys say that pink and white, give him some room, guys. So gold car is your new leader. Pink and white trying to catch back up to him. Also red car in the battle as well. That's Jeremy Harrington. Now 4 minutes down, 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
Anthony 4.5 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 0.8 ahead of Jeremy. Jeremy 2 ahead of Pat. Pat 0.4 ahead of Andrew. Andrew 6 seconds up on Roderick. Roderick 4.5 up on Joe. Joe 4.5 up on Jeff. Jeff 0.7 ahead of Kane. Minute 45 remains, drivers. Let's see, gap between your leaders last time around, 4.3. Ryan getting stuck. Minute 30 to go, drivers. Anthony out front, driving the gold ride. 7 seconds ahead of Jeremy now. Jeremy is half a second up on Pat, who is half a second up on Andrew. Minute 10 to go, drivers. See, race leader through the right-hand side of the course. He just has to keep it clean at this point. He's 7 seconds ahead
left.
of second place. Oh, take it easy, Anthony. Now 50 seconds to go. Yeah, 45 seconds remaining. "35 seconds. Anthony's still 7 ahead of Jeremy. Jeremy 0.7 ahead of Ryan. That's the battle making its way to the right-hand side of the course. 25 seconds remain. Oh, leader on his lid. 1 bump up. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds left. Closest battle here down the back straight for the 2 spot. Oh, Jeremy versus Ryan. Jeremy hit a dot.
Patrick Brill done.
Time
Kane
has
Harrington
expired. Race to the line,
Andrew
drivers.
Will done. Jeff Nyes done. Anthony Zachiglowski done. Ryan R. Randall done. Jeremy
Got
Harrington
one more
done.
car, one more car.
Roderick
And that will
McLeod
be a
done.
race, drivers.
All
It's going to be
drivers are
Anthony
finished.
making it to the B group
Joe
tonight.
Polacchio done.
Our podium for this one going to be Ryan, Jeremy, and Pat. Rest of the order will be Andrew, Roderick, Joe, Jeff, and Kane. Okay, we're making our way to race number 3 now. That is going to be the B group of buggies. Steve, Omar, Nelson, Tony, John, Andrew, Tim, Art, and
Loctite
Anthony.
Villia. Steve Loom. LT Gray.
All right, podium's going to be Ryan, Jeremy, Pat.
Tim Tunnerman. Omar Manan Salsa. Anthony Zachiglowski. Nelson B.
All right, looking for a couple more cars to get checked in. All right, I see Art out here. How about Montez? Andrew Montez. He left? Ah, man.
Let's go Art.
All right, so our grid here is going to be Steve on the 1, Omar 2, Nelson 3, Tony 4, John 5, Tim 6, Art 7, Anthony 8. That's how Omar says hi. All right, grid is set. Drivers ready? We're going racing in less than 5. Here we go. All right, so Steve leads them to the completion of the first lap. Nelson trying to hold off Omar. Omar leaps to the inside. Steve with a little stumble here. That's going to allow the rest of the pack to close in. Anthony with a good start, making his way up to the 5 rather. Yeah, 35 down, 5:25 to go. Race leader driving the white and blue. He is 1 second ahead of Omar, who's 0.1 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 0.5 ahead of Tim. Tim this time by 1.6 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 0.6 ahead of Tony. Tony 0.4 ahead of Art. Art 1.2 ahead of John. 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. .450 remains. Steve out front. Leaders about to make their way down the back straight. That's Steve 1.5 ahead of Omar. Omar 0.7 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.4 ahead of Tim. Tim 2 ahead of Tony. Tony 0.1 ahead of Art. Art 1 ahead of John. John 0.8 ahead of Anthony. We got a minute 30 down. 4:30 to go, drivers. All right, a minute 45 down, 4:15 to go. All right, 2 minutes down. Steve, half a second ahead of Omar when they crossed last time around. Gaining a few tenths here. He's up to 9 tenths ahead. Omar 1.6 on Nelson. Nelson 0.8 ahead of Tim. Yeah, 2:15 down, 3:45 to go. A little trouble for Nelson. That's going to allow a few cars by. So right now, Steve, Omar, Tim, Tony, Art, Nelson, John, and Anthony. Your full running order. Anthony with a new PR going 15-4. Yeah, 2:40 down, 3:20 to go, drivers. All right, Steve, Omar, Tim, Tony, Art, Nelson, John, Anthony. Got Steve currently 1.4 ahead of Omar. Omar 2 ahead of Tim. Tim 1.8 ahead of Tony. Tony 2.2 ahead of Art. Art 0.4 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.9 ahead of John. John 2.7 ahead of Anthony. Got 2:50 remaining, drivers. Omar going 15 flat. That's a 15-0-0-0. That's as flat as a 15 as you can get. He backs it up a 14-7. Oh, careful back straight, back straight. Careful the back straight, guys. Careful in the back straight. That's clear. Oh, and Steve upside down. Omar has taken the, well, he gave her right back. Oh, okay. Omar just doing the right thing. Good sportsmanship. We got 2:10 to go, drivers. So Steve 0.3 ahead of Omar. Omar 4 ahead of Tim. Tim 1.3 ahead of Tony. Tony 0.4 ahead of Art. Art 1.8 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 0.7 ahead of John. Uh-oh, Omar a little bit of trouble there. Minute 45 remaining. Minute 35 to go. Closest battle out there. Give me Tim, Tony, and Art. Oh. About got a little too close for a moment. That's allowed Tony to move up. Minute 10 remains, drivers. 70 seconds remain. All right, folks, 5 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Steve, 2 seconds ahead of Omar. Omar, 2.8 ahead of Tony. Tony, 2.6 ahead of Art. Art, 0.5 ahead of Tim. Careful up front, guys. Got Tim, 2.4 ahead of John. John, 0.5 ahead of Nelson. Nelson, 8 ahead of Anthony. 45 seconds remain. $35 seconds to go. All right, 20 seconds left, drivers. This time by Steve, 2.2 is the lead. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
Nelson B. done.
All right, Omar makes it across.
LT Gray done. Anthony Zachiglowski done. Let's go Art done.
Oh, a little trouble there.
Tim Tunnerman done.
Omar not able to capitalize.
Done. Steve
So
done.
Steve makes it to the A main event
All
tonight.
drivers are finished.
All right,
Omar
Steve
Renex
making it to
also
A.
done.
Your podium going to be Omar, Tony, and Art. Rest order will be Tim, John, Anthony, Nelson. All right, folks, race number 4. Race number 4 going to be Bryant, George, Barry, Jordan, Brian, Kevin, Lucas, Sean, and Steve.
Barry Soffit. George Lynn. Rice Cakes Supreme. Lucas Zachiglowski. Gumpa. Sean Catucci. Kevin Allen. Jordan Rivera. Steve Liu.
Okay, our starting lineup here for the main event. What's up, Tony? I can't hear you. Yeah, that'd be Tim Tunnerman. He's the guy with the Associated sweater. I think you guys will be racing together in the future at the Vision race. All right. We got ourselves a grid. We are going racing. Best of luck, drivers. Less than 5. Here we go. Mirafuente out front. Lynn in the 2. That is pretty close behind them. Got 15 seconds down. Race leader Bryant Mirafuente driving the blue and yellow. Oh, Barry going a little wide there. Let's have Jordan. Allow Jordan to have a look at it there. 30 seconds in, 5:30 to go. Mirafuente out front, 1 second ahead of George. George 0.8 ahead of Barry. Barry might be 8 inches ahead of Jordan right now. Jordan about a second up on Kevin. Yeah, the closest battle right now is going to be that Soppet-Rabara battle. Oh, Jordan clipping that apex a little too much. Oh, and George clips a dot. Well, that's going to change the order of this one a bit. 1 minute down. Mirafuente remains your leader. Got Soppet up to the 2. Lynn back to 3. Trouble there for Mirafuente. But he had enough of a gap. Careful in the middle. Got a minute 15 down. 4:45 remaining here. Oh, Bryant, 1.6 ahead of Barry. Barry 2.1 ahead of George. George 1.1 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 1.3 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.5 ahead of Steve. Steve 0.5 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 0.6 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.5 ahead of Sean. And that pack making its way through the middle of the track now. Bryant that time by 14-1. Yeah, Bryant 3.4 ahead of Barry. Barry 0.7 ahead of George. There's about 2.5 second back. Oh, Jordan Rabara threading the needle there on Kevin. 2 down, 4 to go. And we got George pressuring Barry now. A little contact over the air. So George holding on to the 2 spot. Let's see if Barry can get it back. Down the back straight they go. Oh, George up on his lid. Barry back to the 2. So Mirafuente, it's like he was shot out of a cannon. He's got some stuff figured out here. Ah, Barry, George, Jordan, Kevin, all within shouting distance of each other. 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. Brian, Barry, George, Jordan, Kevin, Lucas, Sean, Steve, and Brian. We got 3 minutes down and 3 minutes remaining. Battle is on here. Barry and George once again. Careful ahead, guys. Careful ahead. Trouble in the middle. That is clear. 2:45 remaining here. Silver and purple versus orange. That is the race to watch right now. Oh, George looking for an opening. Barry keeping the door shut. Oh, George to the inside. A little contact maybe. So Barry going to try to run. Jordan now in that battle as well. Kevin part of that battle too. So Barry up to the 2. Jordan 3, followed by George and Kevin. Still undecided here. 2:10 remains. Oh, George now up to the 3. He's going to try a reel in Barry once again.
2 minutes left.
I tell you though, Barry's no weak tuna. Minute 55 to go. So Bryant 7 seconds up on Barry. Barry 2.3 ahead of George. George 0.3 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.6 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 4 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 4 ahead of Brian. Brian 1 ahead of Sean. Sean 1 ahead of Steve. Got a minute 30 to go, drivers. 90 seconds remaining.
Dun, 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 dun,
120 remaining.
dun, dun, dun,
So
dun,
gap
dun.
between Barry and George down to 1.6. Silver and purple is your second place car. Orange car is your third place car. They're making their way up on some traffic here. Got just over 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
All right, Brian, Barry, George, Jordan, Kevin, Lucas, Brian, Steve, Sean, your full order. Oh, George down in the middle. 45 seconds to go. Well, Barry able to build a bit of a gap here. Barry now 3.4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.5 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.9 ahead of George. Ah. 25 seconds to go. Battle to watch here. Jordan, Kevin, George. Closest battle on track. 15 seconds left. George and Kevin slicing and dicing there. 10 seconds remain. All right, folks,
Cakes
time has
Supreme done.
expired. Race
Barry
to the
Soffit done.
line.
Jordan Rivera done. Steve Lung done. Kevin Allen
One
done.
more car, and
George
that
Lynn
will be a
done.
race, guys.
Sean Catterji
Wow.
done.
So Bryant taking the victory there.
Done.
Barry in the 2. Jordan
drivers
clings
are
on to
finished.
that podium spot
Lucas
just ahead of
Stachiwowski
Kevin
done.
and George. Oh, man. What a battle there for that final podium spot. All right, folks. So Brian, Barry, Jordan, your podium, followed by Kevin, George, Lucas, Brian, Steve, and Sean. All right, folks. Up next is race number 5, Stadium Truck.
David Newell. Patrick Brill. Rice Cakes Supreme.
All right, so this is our truck category. Our final race on this track layout, everybody. After tonight, we're going to be going the opposite direction.
Let's go, Art.
Okay, got my trucks out here, most of my trucks. Can I get some turn marshals, please?
Jordan Rivera.
All right, so I got some turn marshals out here now. Let's line them up, guys. It's going to be Jordan on the number 1, Brian on the number 2, Art 3, Pat 4, Dave 5. Looks like no Nelson. All right. Jordan, I think you top qualified. Oh, it was? Oh. Yeah, right? Okay. Well, we're going racing, guys. Less than 5. Sneaky Goomba. 15 seconds down. BG, 0.5 ahead of Jordan. Got Jordan 1 ahead of Art. Art 1.4 ahead of Pat. Pat 2 seconds ahead of Dave. This is Stadium Truck on track. If you guys haven't driven a Stadium Truck yet, I encourage you to do so. Give it a try. Give Stadium Truck a chance. So we got BG out front, 1.1 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1 second ahead of Art. Art 3 ahead of Pat. Pat 2 ahead of Dave. 50 seconds down and 5:10 remaining. One of these days, it would be nice to dust off my T6.4 and put an ESC in it and let it eat again, but I'm not sure when that day will be. Not sure. We got minute 20 down, 4:40 to go. I'm really actually kind of surprised that after all these years, buggy is the popular class. Careful, end of the straight, guys. I kind of figured Stadium Truck would eventually take over in popularity, but it's just not happening. I don't know, Stadium Truck, if you put a gun to my head and said eliminate one, buggy or Stadium Truck, I'm sorry, but buggy would be gone in about half a second. I'm definitely a Stadium Truck guy. Team Stadium Truck. BG going 14-9 that time by. We know BG is Team Stadium Truck. Careful, back straight, right in the middle, right in the middle. That is clear. Got Barry working overtime here. Got 3:35 to go, drivers. BG coming up to lap 3rd place already? Jeez. Man, you telling me I need a Losi truck? 3:15 to go, drivers. All right, we got 3 minutes down and 3 minutes to go. Brian, Jordan, Art, Pat, Dave. BG, 6 seconds up on Jordan. Jordan 10 ahead of Art. Art 8 ahead of Pat. Yeah, 2:45 remaining. Final race on this track, fellas. On Friday, it will be backwards. $2:25 left in this race. So, well, I know what BG is going to say about this. 14-7. Should I text BP about it? We got just over 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes left.
All right, just under 2 minutes to go. Our final 2 minutes to enjoy this fine track. Hopefully it'll be just as fun going the opposite direction. No guarantees, but hopefully. A minute 45 to go. Brian now 7.9 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 16 ahead of Art. Art 6 ahead of Pat. And Pat 8 laps up on Dave. Minute 20 to go, drivers. Oh, BG a little dot. Those dots are not as tasty as they look. Please do not taste the dots.
1 minute left.
All right, 55 seconds to go. So this time by, got Brian 7 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 17 ahead of Art. Art 12 ahead of Pat. 35 seconds left, drivers. Twenty seconds remain. Ten seconds. And time has expired. Race to the line.
Jordan Rivera done. Patrick Brill done. Let's go Art done.
And
All
that will
drivers
be
are
a race,
finished.
drivers. Your podium for
Bryce
truck
Cakes
tonight.
Supreme done.
BG, Jordan, and let's go Art. Rest of the order will be Pat, Dave, and Nelson. All right, folks. Thank you all for coming out to this edition of Wednesday Night Racing. Hope to see you all again soon. We'll be racing this Friday. Friday will be the beginning of our 3-lap Friday series. It's an exciting qualifying format. Don't want to miss it. All right, folks. Hope to see you all again soon. Good night.